guys, welcome to Stash Smash Saturday! It's Saturday! I told you I was going to have a layout for you. We have a new collection or kit to play with as well, so I'm just going to show you what I got left of this one. This is Fancy Pants Peachy Keen. I'm a huge fan of Fancy Pants, so there were a bunch of collections there that I really loved, and this one I have dipped into, but not too much. I think I have a couple layouts, but clearly not as many as I thought. Do I have two of any paper left? No, of course not. Why would I have cut into? But I do have, I think I have an idea. We could maybe even make a 2-page spread. Peachy Keen Jelly Bean. We could possibly even make a 2-page spread if I find enough photos. But I love these florals. Oh, they're gorgeous. Okay, so I've got some scraps left of some. Oh, this floral is gorgeous. Yep. These are these papers. I love their B-sides a lot. The wood grain, H's, and then a bunch of ephemera and the enamel dots. So we have that. So, and today's sketch for 30 Days of Sketches is by Natalie Turcotte Cloudsdale. So what I like about Natalie's is it leaves a lot to, like, you could really do a lot with this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear in that her squiggle line, I'm gonna tear something, and then I will still put my title there, and then we'll do photo with stuff. We're gonna do some mixed media that goes over both in each corner, was my thought. And yeah, big photo, and then maybe a cluster photo, or I might make that a cluster or something, depending on what I find. So probably not a 2-page spread today. So that is what I am doing. So we're gonna play with that sketch really quick, and we'll go from there. So let me go find a piece of cardstock, because I also need, let's see, what do I need? Oh, and I need to use a cut file as a stencil for one of my things for Becca. So this would be a perfect opportunity to do that. We're not doing vertical design. We could maybe get some green in there. Rub-ons, mixed alpha, cut file, washi sequins. We'll see what else we can nix, because maybe the green or the rub-ons, because there's, depending on what I find, there's not too much green in this collection. I mean, that's a teal. Does that count? There is some green, so yeah. I'll see what I come up with. Well, let me go figure out a photo if I have 3, or if I'm just gonna use 1 and make a cluster down here instead. And I'm gonna go grab a piece of cardstock. So I've taken a big turn. So we were talking about 2-page spread. We were talking about all these things, and I took a little bit of a turn because then I also remembered it's Scrapfive today. So I have to incorporate that stuff as well. So I went on my Pinterest board. So the 5 things we were supposed to incorporate for Scrapfive are use a Pinterest pin, do a masculine or boy layout, done. Use some ribbon, 3+ pattern papers, and 5 a cardstock base. So I went ahead and I went to go try to find, I found photos for that sketch, because we're going to do that sketch. So I'm going to end up having actually 3 down here, and I think I'm going to try and cut some of them down a little more. But I've got this one. I've got, this is my pin. So we're going to use that as a title. It's a masculine layout already. I'm going to have 3+ pattern papers. I guess I could mat it all in white, and that would be my card. Would that be a cardstock base? I don't. That's the only part I'm struggling with, because I found this that I had already used the cut file as a stencil, and it pulls in kind of the reds and oranges. There's a little hint of green. It's got all the things. So then it would take care of the green on my Stash Smash. It would take care of the cut file as a stencil on my Stash Smash. It would help with that. And this is a type of cardstock. It's just a printed cardstock. So I'm going to say that counts And they're all going to post without me for Scrapfive anyway because I did not have time. I promised you all I was going to have a stash my Saturday on Saturday. Well, it is Saturday, so I am getting it up. I just did not get to work on it like I thought. So I think I'm going to cheat a little and just count this as cardstock because it is. So my plan was to use, this was before I found this. So I think what we'll do is we're going to tear this. I'm fine with it not actually showing up still as a square. That's to me not a big deal. But I think I'm going to tear that and then I'm going to mat that with this because then I've got 2 of 3 patterns already used that we need. I'm going to trim this one down just a little. This is going to be just a little photo. And this one can get trimmed down more. This one can't so much. We can trim my husband just a tiny bit more. And here just a tiny bit more, but not too much more. I don't want to lose too much of the integrity of that photo. But now I have a little bit more wiggle room to play with how I arrange these down here. Okay, I'm getting there, you guys. I found different littles, did my title really quick, did the tearing. So I've got that look going. I grabbed out from the collection any little bits. There were some ice creams, which is perfect since I'm talking about being sweet. And I want to bring a little more red down here. I need a little more orange in places, so I grabbed these Bella Boulevard. I've got the enamel dots from the collection. We got to add sequins yet. I was just going to put this down. So I've got my ribbon. Might add some glue dots under there or something because, yeah, just so that it stays down. Then I got my balance, my red. I think I'm going to sprinkle some red in between. Maybe I'll get some red washi. Need red and orange. It's kind of the colors here. Just getting my photo glue dotted down so it actually stays on this ribbon. Otherwise it would not. I think I'm gonna have to glue down these letters, but we'll do that at a later time. I don't have them in front of me anymore, but like one side's blue and one side's white. And so I just used some ripe persimmon in my tiny blending brush and colored them so they're more of an orange color. But yeah, if I could use up this ribbon right now, that'd be great. Like I said, one less thing to have in my stash anymore. I don't necessarily need. I don't want to use up all these glue dots either because I'm finally finding a reason to use them, or a good spot for them. good thing to use them with, but or since it's in those places, I kind of have to get it tucked somewhere, don't I? Should I try and tuck it under these paper layers? Maybe. That could work. I found this washi sticker from Elle Studio, so I'm counting that as my washi. I just put that right under my title. And then now I'm going to use, these are Frosty Evergreen, but they have some nice green sequins in them that are not huge, so that's what I'm going to use. I've just dotted some glue around, and we're going to just put some green ones just to get a little more green in our layout, since that is one of my challenges. But I've met all the other challenges. So, oh yeah, and I added like a little ice cream cone, a couple of those hearts from that Bella Boulevard set. I Mod Podged over my letters, so the oxide wouldn't come off, so, because every time my hand accidentally brushed it, it brushed off. So I'm like, I know if I put it in, if I put it in a page protector, it's just going to rub off eventually, so that's no fun. So now, yeah, just dyeing the sequins. So I've got, I think, all the things done. Let's see what I've got. I used a pin for my title. I made a masculine or boy layout. I have cardstock base. This is a cardstock. It may be patterned, but I'm using it. I'm counting it. 3+ pattern papers. I've got these 2 pattern papers. And I used ribbon. So Scrapfive, done. For my stash mash, I used the collection that I'm working on, which is Peachy Keen. That's the main goal of stash mash, is to use those collections up. So trying to use that one because it was dipped into and just forgotten about. And I've got sequins going down. I've got the color green going down. I've not used rub-ons. I've used mixed alphas. I've used 4 different alphas. I did not do a vertical design. I used a cut files stencil. I had used it before, but I saved it, so that counts because it still was used. Doesn't matter that it just wasn't used just today. What else? I added a washi sticker, and I got my sequins, so, which are also green. So we're covered. We've got everything taken care of, all the challenges met, a cute page done. Maybe not exactly the way I would have originally done. Oh yeah, and we used 30 days of sketches. So yeah, maybe not the exact way I would have done it if I didn't have all these things met, but at the same time, I had no major plans for this page anyway, so for these pictures. And the fun thing is, this picture and this picture are the day we got it, which was a different day than these. These were actually at the zoo, but in all reality, these were less than a week apart, so they can be on the same page together. Here we go. So now I've got some more green sprinkled around. Bring some more green out from that. I think that's great. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Becky's Becky's channel, as well as all the other ladies playing in Scrapfive today. I'll have them linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.